welcome to my second ever virtual stream. I'm excited to be here. So yeah, yay. I'm gonna play some music tonight because I had a rough day yesterday and I feel like it. Hope everyone's having a good night. And I'm excited to be here with you. I was going to bring a... Hey, John, how are you? I was going to bring a book in to read for part of tonight, but I can't find the one that I wanted to read. Mike Alford, hey, how are you doing? You good? I'm gonna do a little bit of a Dear Apocalypse first, I think, because I feel like it. Feel free to let me know if you're here. I am excited to build some community with you. And if you want to, you can also go and watch this over at twitch.tv/CatJonesMusic if you feel like it. Georgia will stand some more. Georgia will stand some more. Forever. Yay. Trevor, what's up? How you doing, man? Let's see, who else is here? Dan. Hi, Dan Silverman. How are you? Mike Alford. I said hi to you already. Yes, I did. Didn't I? I think I did. Chris is here. What's up, dude? How are you? Oh, it's awesome to see you guys. Cat Plus. Thanks, Trevor. You're awesome. Dan, do I know you in person? I do, right? We've met. I just can't think of who you are. I don't have anyone's faces in front of me right now, so it's hard to tell. Thank you, John. How are you doing? Have you visited Sally's art page this week? Yeah, it's good to be here. I'm excited. Oh, cool. I'm glad you're here, Dan. This is awesome. Welcome. So I am in the middle of, this is my second stream on Twitch, and I'm in the middle of building a profile over there. I'll only be doing Facebook concerts probably. I might lower it to like once a month, but if you go follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/CatJonesMusic, then I'll be actually playing like up to 5 times a week for a while. I'm trying to boost my following up there, and I have a goal today. I think I'm only 2 subscribers away to get to 20 people by the end of the week. So it looks like we're going to make it, hopefully, which would be awesome. Super cool. You did visit her store? Good. I'm so glad. Oh, yeah, you told me to not forget to repost it, right? I appreciate that reminder. That was nice. All right. I'm going to play a song I haven't played in a long time called Sleeping Winter Fool. This is off of my first full length. There aren't that many songs. Actually, I'm going to play a different song off that record. This is called Those Expensive Eyes, actually. Hello, Johnny Four Angel. Welcome. I'm so glad you're here. This is called Those Expensive Eyes. It's a true story. It's not my story. Somebody shared it with me in hopes that it would inspire future music. And then I went home and wrote a song about it that day. And that person is a good friend now, which is really awesome. I really like playing this song. So here we go. Carried away, oh, with you, and I can't stay too long with you. Look at me with those expensive eyes, and I can see somewhere lies someone you did not know better than I did. Someone you did not know better than I did. You and me once a week, carried on so quietly. No one took the news better than I did. No one took the news better than clicking of the clock, the ticking of the time. Baby, it don't stop. Baby, it don't stop. Baby, it don't stop. Baby, it don't stop. No one took the news better than I did. No one took the news better than I did. Better than I did. Better than I did. I kicked my microphone. Whoopies. Get this guy over here. Yay! Thank you, Johnny. You're awesome. I appreciate you. If anyone has requests or covers that you would like me to play in the future, please let me know. Put it in the chat. I'm putting everything into a Word document and seeing what I don't know already, what I do know already, what I need to learn, what I just don't want to play. Just trying to figure all of it out. And for those of you who don't know, my name is Kat Jones. I'm here to guide you through the apocalypse. Thank you, Raphael. I appreciate you. That's awesome. I have written a series of songs over a period of time in which I was like in a flood. I was in a tornado the following year. This March, right before the pandemic started, I actually almost drove into a tornado. You need a list of all the apocalypse things or a list of the covers. And then I had some other very weird, completely outside of my control situations that happened that caused me to struggle with some post-traumatic stress and start to work through that. And so I developed a series of songs that I wrote in response to those situations. And so I'm also known as the Reverend Kat Jones. I'm not a daredevil. No, those were all accidents. The almost driving into the tornado was an accident, like 100%. Oh, I'll send you a list of songs. You got it. I'm going to get those posted on, what is it? myonlinesonglist.com so that people can make proper requests and I can prepare, that'll be fun. So anyway, so I've actually worked through a lot of that PTSD to a point that a lot of people don't get the opportunity to do. I did a lot of very intensive therapy and different things, and a thing called alternative narrative therapy, because I was writing these songs with me as the victor over those circumstances. I didn't know that was actually one of the most productive forms of PTSD therapy that exists. And so I am often doing okay. Let me tell the tornado story. So, for those of you who don't know, Nashville, Tennessee had a huge tornado that ran basically a straight road all the way down 40 straight miles and killed, I think, 125 people-ish. A large portion of Nashville was completely devastated by it, a huge portion of it where I used to live. And I was actually hanging out with a friend. It was kind of a warm, really dry night. Didn't seem like there was going to be a storm. And I was driving home from hanging out with him. And what basically happened was, Maria, hi, it's so good to see you. Oh, I'm so glad that you're here. Chad, it's good to see you. Thank you. I appreciate that. So I was driving down this freeway called Briley Parkway on the night of the tornado because I had decided that the lightning that I was seeing was actually a phenomenon called heat lightning that we have here in the South. When it's basically the humidity and the cool air in the sky are creating these like really like interesting sort of diffused flashes of light. And we didn't have that much of it this year, actually. And so I was going to go to the pedestrian bridge that overlooks our river and sit on the pedestrian bridge and watch the heat lightning. I was on the phone with a really good friend named Josh, and I basically, so like my arm is the freeway. I'm chucking along the freeway. I got off on the off ramp right here. It went this way. And then I basically circled my car around and was driving down this road, and I noticed that I could hear tornado sirens. And I was like, that's really strange. It's really late at night for them to be doing a test. There must be a tornado watch happening. And I, for some reason, had decided not to worry about it. This is all in a matter of seconds because I am turning into the parking lot where I'm going to go park my car, and I notice this black mass in front of me. And then suddenly that mass ate an electrical transformer, and sparks went everywhere, and I saw them go up inside the funnel. And then I was like, oh my gosh, it's a tornado. And I turned my car around and it hit underneath a bridge. And so, and I'll loop that back around to the first song that I sang tonight too, Dear Apocalypse. And so I hid underneath that bridge for about 45 minutes. And then an emergency vehicle came up, said that the tornado had passed, that it was a couple of miles away now, and that I could go ahead and drive home. And then there were trees all over the freeway, like I was dodging just uprooted trees in the freeway all the way home for about a mile and a half. What I have come to realize now, after retracing my steps, is that while my car was driving down Briley Parkway and I took this exit, while I was making this spiral, just after I had crossed this direction, the tornado crossed right over where I went. Because otherwise I would have been directly underneath it when I went underneath it and had a tree dropped on my car or something worse. And because it was only seconds from getting off of the freeway to actually meeting the tornado. So there's that. The funny thing about the first song that I wrote, it's called Dear Apocalypse. And I wrote it the day after the Nashville flood in 2010, which was on May 1st. So that was the last tornado was on March 3rd. 2010 was May 1st. And there's a verse in it that says, underneath the bridge I run to hide. And I had actually written that Dear Apocalypse 3 days after the flood. And then I was underneath this bridge and I was like, why did that have to be true also? Because at the time it was just an allegory about feeling unsafe. And now it's literal. And I think about it every time I sing it. I would say I was less than 10 feet from the outside of the farthest point of the funnel. Trevor, to answer your question. Yeah, crazy. Such a crazy story. I was really mad about it. I'm just checking your messages here to make sure I didn't miss anything. Manny, hi. It's good to see you. I'm glad you're here. Sean, yay. I'm glad you made it. That's awesome. Oh, Maria, I'm so glad you're here. And for those of you who don't know, I am, I think 2 subscribers away. Johnny might have an answer for this. Or 2 followers away from having 20 followers on Twitch. I can start, there are different things I can do to help monetize that channel once I get to 50. So I have a goal to get to 20 by the end of the week, and we're only 2 away. So this is my second stream, so I'm excited about that. If you want to go to twitch.tv/, twitch.tv/catjonesmusic and follow me. You'll help me get to that very arbitrary seeming number that does cool things. And for those of you who don't know, if you do know my music, feel free to shout out a request. I'm compiling a list of covers that I can actually do. I'm at 19 followers. One more! Yay! Somebody go over there and make it 20, and I'll grab a book and read to you as a celebration, and then I'll respond to what I read with one of my own songs. How does that sound? I think that would be fun. I have a favorite passage in one of my favorite books that I love to read out loud. Yay! All right. So let's do Sleeping Winter Fool. This is also off of La Rosa La Calavera. If you feel like purchasing music tonight, there's no pressure, obviously, but you can go grab that over at catjones.bandcamp.com. But this is Sleeping Winter Fool. I haven't played it in a while, so we'll see how it goes. We need a little tune. Let's do that. I'll tell one more story. Let's see. 6 years ago, this time of year, I was on my first tour in Europe, and I really, 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 really miss it. Come on, buddy. Why are you being weird? So I'm usually over there right now, as like an annual treat. Not treat. I'm usually on tour. I'm usually working. Not working for some reason. I wonder if my cable just went bad. There we go. Ooh, Lord, no! I'll do it this way. Haha. We have other tuners. This is easy. Do I do old school tuning? I would, but when I'm playing live, it does not work out for me. I start to feel very nervous about it for some reason. There you go. Battery's not low. What is happening? Do the thing. Maybe something's wrong with my pickup. Okay. I'm looking around for tuners. I have a million of them scattered around the house. I'll be right back. I don't know what's wrong. Let me set this guy down. I'll go grab my book too, since we're doing this. Oh, there's my book. Great. And then grab a different tuner. I don't know what's happening. This is your whole music, yeah. Technical difficulties. Yeah. Technical difficulties, yeah. Harmonics, I know. No, I get very, very intense performance anxiety about tuning in front of other people. It's very weird. It doesn't seem like it would be a thing for someone who's been playing for so long. It is totally a weird thing that I do. Good. I'm glad you liked my technical difficulty song. There we go. That's nice. There we go. Thank you guys. I appreciate you. Awesome. Cheers. Got some echinacea tea in here. We had a little bit of a rough day yesterday. It's basically having a conversation with the devil. So I had some stress afterwards, and have been feeling a little tiny bit run down. So I thought I'd drink some echinacea tonight. Yay! All right, here we go. Sleeping Wonderful. Thank you, Melis. Is it Melis? Am I pronouncing that correctly? I appreciate it. Yeah, I love that Christian is like, ooh, very soothing. And I was like, ooh, just wait. Just wait until you find out that that person is splashing around in their own blood. Thank you, Johnny. I appreciate that. I'm enjoying this, having multiple platforms, like the conversation being available on all platforms. I think that is very fun. Melis. I'm making sure I'm not spelling it wrong. Or Melis. Melis? I'm assuming it's foreign. Where are you from, Melis? Where's everybody from? Sound off. I want to know. I want to know who's here. Christian. That's awesome. All right, so thank you so much. I appreciate it. Why don't we go a little bit slow so we can be soothed? If anyone has questions too, please, 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 please feel free to ask. I love answering questions. I do know where you're from, Christian. That's true. Alicia! Hi! Oh, it's so good to see you. I'm glad you're here. Thank you, Johnny. You're awesome. Can I play Lilac 1? I'm working on learning that one, actually. So it's coming. Definitely. Let me make sure it's on my list. I've been doing it, but I just want to... I had a brain injury last year. I forget things. Boom, 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 boom. Lilac wine, soft and heavy like my love. Lilac wine. Thank you, Pankaj. Am I saying that correctly? I really appreciate you. This guitar is a 00. It's a 001R. It's interesting because it's a parlor sized. Oh no, thank you. It doesn't have like a super bad long lasting effects. But my short term memory is not a thing. It was bad before, and it definitely got worse after the concussion. Jeff Buckley was a big influence on me for a long time, and I love him. Thank you, Dan. I appreciate it. So I bought this guitar. I actually had someone a few years ago, about 10 years ago, come up to me after I finished a show. This guy that was going on after me, and he was just like, "That's a really great guitar. Can I buy it from you?" It's a little irksome, you know. And then he was like, "How long have you had that? It's kind of old, right?" I was like, "Well, I bought it when I was 19." And his response was, "Oh, well, so you definitely had help picking it out then." I was like, I didn't. I played every guitar in the shop and decided which one I thought was better. And that's how I ended up with my guitar. I was like, come on, man. Do I ever play it? I have played in Napa Valley. I used to play there a bunch over in Sonoma. Yeah, I almost said Sonora. I used to live in California, actually. And I played at this place off of the square in Sonoma called the Epicurean Collection. I was just thinking about that, or Connection. I was just thinking about that the other day. And I know, totally. Yes, Melis, I agree. And I, first of all, love California wine. It 100% tastes like home. And I love being in the Napa Valley area, and I love playing shows there. It's like one of my favorite places to play shows because it's just this like, I don't know, something about the way that it smells and the community of people who are local to the area and the way that they interact with each other. I just think it's really beautiful. So I love playing there. I haven't been there in a while. I mostly tour in Europe now, or I do artistic installations, but I'm in the process of figuring out how to broaden the installation work. And a lot of my installations also center around me playing and creating themes around that. So I hope that answered your question. So hopefully I'll be back over there again soon, which would be lovely. Let's do another finger picking line. Which guitar is this? Yes, exactly what I wanted. All right, that one's not in tune for sure. This is the guitar tuning show today. Feel free to ask more questions. Does anyone have them? California feels really anonymous. Does it feel anonymous? It's not anonymous for me at all because I grew up there, you know? I love California. I was born in Fresno. We moved away from Fresno and moved to Oklahoma, and then moved back to Fresno when I was 12. And I lived there until I went to school in Scotland. I went to art school in Scotland, for those of you who don't know. And then you have a lot of questions. Please ask them. I love answering questions. My stand is getting wobbly. Yeah, feel free to ask questions. I'm so happy to answer them. This one is called You See Me. It's relatively new. I haven't played it that much. I think I wrote this the day after Donald Trump got elected. It's a little foggy, but I love this song. My head aches, my stomach died in one fell swoop. My peace and light. The lakeside
see me. Can I see it? I feel like the earth stood still and everyone flew into space. See me. Desperation comes with the news of life. We spill our sound here, we scatter it on the see me. See me.
Thank you, Melis. I appreciate that. That is so nice. Thanks, Johnny. Thank you. Thank you. Pankaj, your daughter sings too, and you need help for her. Let me know what help you need. I'm happy to answer questions for that. When I was, I think, did you say that she was 15, up a little bit higher? I don't know if I missed that. But I really wanted to sing when I was 15. It was a whole crazy desire. Thank you, Dan. I appreciate that. And very, very, very intense for me. Like all I wanted to do my entire life is sing. Sing and like change people's lives. The other one is much more difficult and requires their participation and consent. That the title for that is called "You See Me." I haven't recorded it yet, so that'll hopefully be on my next release. Let's see. Anything else on here? We can do a song called Silence too, in the sleepy vein, and then head back into the punk rock vein. So for those of you who don't know or who are new to this feed right now, my name is Kat Jones. I'm here to guide you through the apocalypse. I went through several circumstances that resulted in some pretty advanced PTSD when I was younger. And so I've spent a lot of time recovering from that, and then also trying to provide tools through my music for people to connect to peace. Ted! Awesome. It's so good to see you. But to connect to peace, to process anger, stress, frustration, really provide permission for like a whole scope of emotions when you're going through tough times. And all this started to happen in the world, and I was like, oh, this is what I do. I should do this. And for those of you who don't know, I'm working on getting the numbers on my Twitch stream up tonight. I'm one subscriber last we checked away from getting 20, which is my goal for the week. And if we hit 20 during the feed, I will read one of my favorite passages from my favorite books, and then I will respond to that with a song. I should probably think in advance what song I should respond to it with, so that I can make sure that I don't sing it. But we'll figure it out. It'll be fine. And we're in the chill portion of our feed. The it's getting late and you need help going to sleep portion. But not to fear, because it will immediately segue into the punk rock portion. Thank you, Melis. I appreciate you. Still at 19. One person, go over there and subscribe, pretty please. It's at twitch.tv/CatJonesMusic. You would be my hero. All right. So this song is called Silence. It's another finger-picking song. I wrote this. I'd been homeless for a while. You can't figure out how. That's awesome. And I had moved out of that phase of my life, it felt, and moved into a new house. And I was like trying to convince myself not to be constantly ready for the other shoe to drop. And so this song is also not recorded yet. But I think I'm permanently housed now. I actually own my home. So fingers crossed. Because it is a recession. Everything could happen. But hopefully I've moved out of that season and into a new one. And so this song is about me learning to be still, learning to accept the present time, and learning not to like seek after chaos, I guess. Yeah. Just click on the heart-shaped bell icon. Oh, yeah. Bing, 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 bing. Thank you. Thank you so much, Melis. I appreciate it. Yeah, that's good. All right. This is called Silence.
I feel a wind move deep with jasmine in bloom. Since I think of you, silence. I'm wide awake. I'm wide awake. I'm wide awake. Birds in the trees. Silence. Shifting of leaves. Silence. I'm wide awake. 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 Thank you, Jose. Manny, does that mean we reached 20? Is that what all those hearts are about? Thank you so much, Johnny. I appreciate that. Yay. This is fun. I love it. Did we reach 20? I'm starting to think we reached 20. 20. Did I say Trenny? 20 subscribers on Twitch. Did it happen? Should I check? Yay! Thank you, Melis. Also, I love saying your name, by the way. Let us see. Do I have Twitch open? Meow, 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 meow. Meow, meow, meow? No, I sure don't. Let's see if I can get it up there real quick. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Ooh, don't stop talking. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, meow. 23! Yes! Yes, 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 yes! We did it! Oh, I'm so excited. Thank you, guys. Yay, we did it! I wish I had balloons to go like pop, confetti, glitter everywhere. Yay! My goal for the week has been reached. Now I just need 20
27 more subscribers, and then we can start to monetize the page, which would be so nice. And as promised, I will now read a passage from one of my favorite books ever. I've left it in the rain a whole lot. It looks kind of manky on the inside. I can't actually finish it because it's so beautiful. I keep having to reread passages. So I think this is the last thing that I underlined, which means it's the last passage that I read because I underline everything in this book and love it so much. Oh, there's marginalia and like folded over like little pages and different things. New follower here on Periscope, Jose. I'm so glad you're here. Welcome. Welcome. It's so good to have you. What part of town are you in? Or town? What part of the universe are you in? You could be in Mars, or that's a possibility in like 10 years. Anyway. Thank you, Melis. All right. So this book is called Pilgrim at Tinker Creek. It's by Annie Dillard, who's one of my favorite authors. And the opening paragraph is one of the most beautiful paragraphs I've ever read in my entire life. I read it at least once a month. It is my favorite opening paragraph of all time. So the first chapter is called Heaven and Earth in Jest. And she says, I used to have a cat, an old fighting Tom, who would jump through the open window by my bed in the middle of the night and land on my chest. I'd half awaken. He'd stick his skull under my nose and purr, stinking of urine and blood. Some nights he kneaded my bare chest with his front paws, powerfully arching his back as if sharpening his claws or pummeling a mother for milk. And some mornings I'd wake in daylight to find my body covered with paw prints in blood. I looked as though I'd been painted with roses. It was hot, so hot the mirror felt warm. I washed before the mirror in a daze. My twisted summer sleep still hung about me like sea kelp. What blood was this? And what roses? I could have been the rose of union, the blood of murder, or the rose of beauty bare and the blood of some unspeakable sacrifice or birth. The sign on my body could have been an emblem or a stain, the keys to the kingdom or the mark of Cain. I never knew. I never knew as I washed, and the blood streaked, faded, and finally disappeared, whether I'd purified myself or ruined the blood sign of the Passover. We wake, if we ever wake at all, to mystery, rumors of death, beauty, violence. Seem like we're just set down here, a woman said to me recently, and don't nobody know why. These are morning matters, pictures you dream as the final wave heaves you up on the sand to the bright light and dying air. You remember pressure, and a curved sleep you rested against, soft like a scallop in its shell. But the air hardens your skin. You stand. You leave the lighted shore to explore some dim headland, and soon you're lost in the leafy interior, intent, remembering nothing.
That was a fun exercise for me.
I knew what song I was going to play about halfway through reading. It was really, really, really fun. And I chose it because of the first line. Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Melis. Thank you, Christian. Oh, can you hear me swallowing? That terrifies me. I'm going to go this way. So my wall looked too bare today when I started. And so I put up this painting, and it's Morrissey, but I don't like Morrissey outside of the Smiths, and this image now kind of means something different because he's said some stuff. So I'm trying to figure out how to alter this image because I love all of this on the outside. My friend Johnny made this for me. I've been like, maybe I can reach out to him and see if he'll alter it somehow and change the meaning of it slightly. Thanks, Alicia. Yeah, it was really fun. I really, really love doing that. I used to, when I would tour, Terry, hey, how are you? At the beginning of when I was touring the U.S. a lot, I would take around Shel Silverstein's book of ABZs, which is a hilarious book that is not meant for children. It's awesome. Like, because K is for kidnapper, and the kidnapper has lots of lollipops in his pocket, so you should go with the kidnapper. Like, yeah, it's a hilarious book. And I used to share that from stage, but obviously that was just to get a cheap laugh. Instead of to create context for another song, which was really fun. So we'll start doing that regularly. I like that a lot. Yeah, and there's a good one too where it's like P is for pony, and then they go into he goes into like your parents' car has actual ponies in it. That's why they call it horsepower. Do you know what ponies love? Sugar. Do you know what you should do? You should pour sugar in the gas tank. It's just like, oh, you're so bad. Oh, yeah, I totally wrote A Boy Named Sue. Yeah. Let's see. Let's get into some post-quarantine vibes for music here. Let me think. Which one do I want to play? Yeah, let's do those. DLB. Yeah, totally. Don't put sugar in your gas tank. Do not put sugar in your gas tank. It's a very bad idea. There's another one too that was like, M is for money. Do you know why money is bad? Because it's the thing that makes your parents fight all the time. You know what you should do? You should go into your parents' wallets and take out the money and send it to Shel Silverstein, P.O. Box, blah, 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 New York, New York. And I was just like, you are amazing. And I think that you write poetry for kids and simultaneously hate children. That's the vibe I'm getting. Omari! Oh my gosh, hi! Omari Booker, also Alicia. We have two of my favorite local to Nashville artists are here. Alicia runs an arts organization called Converge. If you guys aren't connected, Omari and Alicia, you guys should connect. And Omari is this incredible artist. We've worked with him. I work for an arts organization in town called Abrasive Media, and we've worked with him a bunch, and he's wonderful.
Go look him up. He makes incredible work, super thought-provoking, and I just love his perspective on the world and on himself and his community, and just like the incredible love that he holds and makes space for. It's really beautiful. Please go check that out. All right. I'm gonna play a song called "Why Have You Gone?" This is for my friend Richard. Yeah, Omare, that was really special for me too. That was Muévete. I'm probably going to play that in a couple songs if you want to stick around. That's right. This guy's not working for some reason. And for those of you who don't know, I do some installation work.
talk more about that in a second. Yeah, Alicia, when things are safe again, we should talk about reviving that installation if you guys are interested. Come on, baby. Give me the love. Give me the love, yeah. Give me the love. All right. For another post-lockdown song. Thank you so much, Melis. Yeah, my friend passed away. He was an incredible musician, really, really, really amazing. And I wrote that the day that he passed. And I wrote part of it in the air. It was flying away from the area of town where he was living. I wrote part of it in the air while I was looking at a sunset, and then I finished it after he passed away. It was a very sad day. But I do installation work. So I have collaborated on making a large-scale stage performance with aerial dancers and poets, a full choreography in order to tell the story of overcoming and surviving traumatic events. I have an installation that I'm working on developing, and I'm going to relaunch soon. If anyone is interested in participating in any of these as they get relaunched or move forward, you can actually go to catjonesmusic.com and sign up for my mailing list there, and you'll find out what's going on. But what I'm ultimately going to do for like the virtual relaunch of this installation is, originally it was a small room with 4 walls. I brought a bunch of furniture from my house into the space. Obviously, you're already in my house. And basically took knickknacks and little things that I would carry around when I was homeless, and things that I really connected to during that season, and basically put them on a table. And there were 2 collections of items, and you would select one item from one collection and one from the other, and those 2 items combined would tell me what song I was going to perform for you. I was essentially standing against the back of the installation. There was a chair right here where my single audience member was sitting, and then we had a floor length mirror in front of us, with a desk with all the stuff on it in front of us, and so that we could still make eye contact, but so that it wasn't invasive. And then I would perform one song at a time. And I had a really, really like beautiful experience with Omari in that space. A lot of really cool experiences in that space. And so I'm trying to figure out a way to do it remotely, because I actually want to launch it as a collaboration of neighborhoods around Nashville. So I want to keep workshopping it and be able to provide like working tips for other artists in other neighborhoods about how to use it as a space for deep intimacy and connection. So I'll actually be creating and sending out packages of art that I make myself. So you'll get like a box with different pieces of art in it, and then there'll be like a private concert with 10 people, and we'll all walk through the process together, essentially, of collecting an item and another item and connecting those to songs with each other. So I'm looking forward to doing that. There's a little bit of a cost in front of it because I'm shipping boxes of handmade pieces, and so I'm trying to figure out how to keep that affordable and accessible, and like maybe I'll have see if people can sponsor other people for that project. And then wanting to move through that space with everybody. So I hope it'll be awesome. Hi DLB, you were in here earlier, right? You just haven't commented in a second. So working through just developing that, and then bringing it to this space so that we can share like in just like deep intimacy together. And so I'm looking forward to it. I'm hoping to start doing those once a month around December, I'm guessing. Which will be great. You'll get a little Christmas present from me. All right, so this song is called I don't remember the title. It's one of the first songs I wrote during lockdown. I played it last night. Peace Be Still. There it is. So the idea of this song is that in times where we're feeling like really heightened anxiety, sometimes peace shows up that we like didn't earn, and I feel like the natural reaction is to dismiss it and say, no, I should be feeling anxiety. I should be feeling XYZ. Why is this here? And instead to take those moments when that peace arrives and like live there and accept it, because you're probably going to move back into the anxious moment on your own. You don't have to force yourself into that direction, So it's just sort of my process of trying to remind myself to accept that when it comes. This also is not recorded yet. I've got a whole bunch of stuff I need to get down. And this is one of them. All right, here we go. Whispers in the wild that will not stay silent. There are songs out of key that amble through. There is no room. There is no room. The vultures that rest in the boughs of the trees, watching as though they could see my end. The path divided, then was erased.
Thank you, Mika or Micah. Thank you, Melis. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. It's awesome that you're here. And Ashley is here. Hi. It's so good to see you. Fellow Abrasive Media friend. I was just talking about us. Omari Booker was in here a second ago, and Alicia Malo is here too. Yay. Oh, good night, Alicia. Thank you so much. It's good to see you. Let's hang out soon. Outside, before it gets too cold. I think I'm just going to hole away inside for a long time. Yay! Thank you, Ashley. Yeah. I've got new songs. Yay. I was just about to play Muévete. It's your birthday, Trevor. Happy birthday, dude. That's awesome. Oh my gosh. I'm going to sing happy birthday to you. Can I figure out the chords real quick? Probably not. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. No. But I'm going to sing it a cappella. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, amazing person that helped me set up a really complicated thing on my computer that I still don't understand what I did. Happy birthday to you. That's fun. That made me happy on my insides. Ooh. I feel like I need to sing a song between that song and that song. I'll do Muévete. Does anyone have any questions before I move on? Yeah, everybody tell Trevor happy birthday. He's a really rad guy. And everyone deserves to be celebrated for their birthday, especially right now. Good Lord. Ooh! We haven't done anything on my electric guitar, and it's sitting here telling me that it's being neglected and that it is very sad about it. So let's do some of that. And then we'll get into Muévete, and that'll be the end. So we've got about 20 minutes left on the feed. And then I'm going to snuggle with my dog for an hour and then go. By the way, last night I had an amazing dream. For those who don't know, I had a very stressful day yesterday. And I thought I was nervous I was going to have stress dreams, but instead I had a dream that that Trevor, Noah, and I were in a partnership, and that we lived in separate houses across the street from each other, and that's how we were surviving the world, and it was glorious. That's all that happened. But I did wake up smiling and laughing, and then texting Ashley and a couple other people. How long have I been playing, and where am I? I'm in Nashville, Tennessee. Depending on the time of year, I play professionally, but that's not usually all year long. It's usually about, depending on the year, 3 to 6 months out of the year. And then I'm the kind of artist that needs to not always be doing art full time, or I get like so inside my head it gets a little bit dangerous. So I've learned that about myself. I've been doing music I've been releasing records for 17 years, which is crazy to me. I started playing about 20
about 20 years ago. I got signed way too early in my career. And it went straight to my head. And so I actually took a couple years off, completely dismantled what I was doing. And now I'm much more satisfied with the work that I'm making. And left that label. Come on, buddy. Why are we being so finicky today with all the things?
Any other questions? Trevor Noah is great. I love him so much. Yeah, I would love to come to Michigan, and I am a hoot to hang out with.
There's like two modes of me. I'm either like way too heavy, like I really, really like to talk about serious subjects, or I am like a lot of fun. That one was easier than I expected to be. It's getting increasingly hot in here, so my guitars are unhappy. There we go. There we go. Oh, she's dirty. I'm gonna give her some love.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to do that.
Absolutely.
Does anyone, before I start the next song, does anyone else have a question?
I'm happy to answer them.
Oh, good. That makes me happy too. Using OBS makes my life so much easier. It's like 100% a game changer because I can see whether or not it's distorting in the system. It makes me, I'm a very happy person. Thank you so much, Trevor, for your help. Here we go. This is called Branches. Yay! Thank you, Ashley. Thank you. Thank you so much, Trevor. I appreciate you. Yeah, I'm finally starting to figure this out. Me, 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 me. Thank you. I love to play. All right, so I'm going to start figuring this out. I can't tell when people are following me, so if you've been following me on anything, thank you so much. I'm going to get this all dialed in so that I know what's happening on the different platforms. So thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you so much, DLB. I really appreciate it. And then I think I'm actually going to do 3 more songs because I'm having a good time. Meow, 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 meow. Let's read a little bit more of my book, shall we? 'Cause I love this book so much, 'cause it's so good and stuff and things, yeah. So glad you guys are here. Thank you. If you don't know, if you have a Twitch account, if you don't have a Twitch account and you're interested in getting one, I'm working on getting up to 50 followers so that I can do like the cheer emotes and all of that. If you head over to twitch.tv/CatJonesMusic and join us over there, that would be incredible because we're working on things and trying to survive the recession as an artist. It's difficult. Okay. So we reached 20 followers today, which was my goal for the week, and we did it in 2 days. I'm so grateful. Thank you, Dan. Thank you so much. That's so awesome. I'm so grateful. So in celebration, we've been reading through the beginning of Pilgrim at Tinker Creek. Whoop, 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 whoop. There's by Annie Dillard. It's one of my favorite books. It's like I haven't actually I've been reading it for 5 years, and I haven't gotten through the middle of the book because I keep stopping to reread it because what I am reading is so beautiful. So I'm going to read a couple of paragraphs, and then we'll go into the next song, which is also pretty lyrical. So I feel like they go in together, you know. And if you weren't here earlier, she wakes up in the morning with her tomcat like kneading at her chest, and it sometimes leaves paw prints of blood on her clothes. Oh no, I'm almost out of tea. That's a travesty. We'll get through it. Hey, Craig. Awesome. I know. I'm so excited. Yeah, the next step is 50, so hopefully we can do that next week. I'm super excited. The picture is clearer too. Man, that's so good. All the things make me so happy. All right, here we go. I think of that old tomcat mornings when I wake. Things are tamer now. I sleep with the window shut. The cat and our rights are gone, and my life is changed. But the memory remains of something powerful playing over me. I wake expectant, hoping to see a new thing. If I'm lucky, I might be jogged awake by a strange bird call. I dress in a hurry, imagining the yard flapping with auks or flamingos. This morning, it was a wood duck down at the creek. It flew away. I live by a creek, Tinker Creek,
in a valley in Virginia's Blue Ridge. An anchorite's hermitage is called an anchor hold. Some anchor holds were simple sheds clamped to the side of a church like a barnacle to a rock. I think of this house clamped to the side of Tinker Creek as an anchor hold. It holds me at anchor to the rock bottom of the creek itself, and it keeps me steadied in the current, as a sea anchor does, facing the stream of light pouring down. It's a good place to live. There's a lot to think about. The creeks, Tinker and Marvin's, are an active mystery, fresh every minute. Theirs is the mystery of the continuous creation and all that providence implies, the uncertainty of vision, the horror of the fixed, the dissolution of the present, the intricacy of beauty, the pressure of fecundity, the elusiveness of the free, and the flawed nature of perfection. The mountains, Tinker and Brushy, McAfee's Knob, and Dead Man, are a passive mystery, the oldest of all. Theirs is one simple mystery of creation from nothing, of matter itself, anything at all, the given. Mountains are giant, restful, absorbent. You can heave your spirit into a mountain, and the mountain will keep it folded and not throw it back as some creeks will. The creeks are the world with all its stimulus and beauty. I live there, but the mountains are home. There's molasses dripping down the walls. I run my hands up and down the holes. It doesn't matter. I can't find you all in this molasses dripping down the walls. Yeah, there's molasses dripping down the walls. This is the ache of what's written on the board. Black ink scratching history on its room. Still it seems that you born in this
on the board. Yeah, this is the accord. What's written on the board? These are my hands, stitching my heart to my sleeve. Yes, you advised I know, still I can't ignore it. To me, and these are my own hands, stitching my heart to my sleeve. Yeah, these are my own hands, stitching my heart to my sleeve. Yeah, these are my own hands, stitching my heart to my Hi, Ronald. Yay, I'm glad you told Trevor happy birthday. That's good news. Ding 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 ding.
All right. 2 more songs and then we're done. Where's my water? Here it is, here it is, here it is. Thank you, Craig. That song and the last song, and I think the one before that, those are all on my latest record. It's called We Are Warm Young Blood. And you can get that on all the things if you'd like to purchase it. 2-song warning. What does that mean? Oh, that I gave a 2-song warning. We're almost done.
If you'd like to purchase it, you can over at catjones.bandcamp.com. I guess I should do this thingy, right? Don't show that water bottle any mercy. Oh, I never do. It used to be like a funny thing. People don't seem to freak out about it anymore, but I can drain a water bottle very, very, very quickly. Like alcoholics who like open their throats when they're drinking beer and it just like suddenly disappears. I'm like that with water. If you're interested in following me, you can actually sign up on my mailing list at catjonesmusic.com. Stuff and things. I'm not that good at promoting myself, but I am working on it. Where did I put my capo? There it is. This is another new song. That should work. I used to do this thing called the Tampico Challenge at this music festival in Oregon or Washington, one of those places. And right after I would play my set, I would run to this thing where my friend's running this thing called the Tampico Challenge, and then I would attempt to drink an entire gallon of Tampico in 30 minutes. It never worked. But it was an incredible bonding experience. And you have to like drink the Tampico and keep it down. And that never worked either. This is called Sometimes. Sometimes it all has to go. Sometimes it all has to go. Sometimes surrender is the only way back home. Sometimes it all has to go. I'm waiting on it all. Waiting. I'm waiting on it all. Waiting. I'm waiting on it Ranjit, I'm so sorry that you couldn't hear me. It's good to see you. Maybe you can hear this. Maybe you can't. Ashley, yay. I'm glad you got to hear it. How long ago did I write it? I don't know. A year ago? I don't know what day it is. I can't do math like that. Thank you guys. I really, really, really appreciate you. All right, we have one song left. Bum, 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 ba-dum. 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 If you have any questions, ask them now, and I will answer your questions. This has been really fun. Thank you for doing this with me. That was not to prove anything. All right. The last song I'm going to play is Muévete. Again, if you want to hear me do any covers in the future, please let me know what you'd like me to sing. I'm happy to do it. It's been awesome having you guys here. Thank you for helping me to reach my goal this week for 20 followers on Twitch. I so appreciate you. I pulled something last time I went on the walk. It probably depends on the question. No trolling. Yeah, please don't troll me. I won't survive. Yeah, now we're gonna do Muévete, which I love to play, and I can tell you the other bird story tonight. We went over a bird story last night about this song. Let's do it on the classical tonight, shall we? Change it up just a little bit. Yeah, that's good enough. You're a troll. I mean, thank you for not trolling me.
Yet. um, so the other bird story with this song. Last night I told a story about starlings and migration. And tonight, same backyard, still the flood house. I had this. I am definitely personifying these birds. Heads up, so you can interpret this however you want. But for me, I experienced a miracle, and a very sad situation. So the neighbors next door and where I lived when I was in the flood house. For those of you who don't know, I was flooded out of my home in 2010. And moved back in briefly, which is another different, completely unrelated long story. But over the course of my period of time in living in that house, I became very aware that the little boy next door was being abused. And that house, just like, you know, for what it's worth, like just had a very intensely sort of dark energy. Whenever I would look over at the house, I knew that things were wrong in there. I didn't have any evidence necessarily. I just had like an overwhelming sense that the little boy inside was not safe. And one day I was outside. There were birds in all of the trees. So the backyard that I had was like very long. It was probably about an acre of land. And I had three huge like oaks, super tall oaks on this side that would like rub together and creak in really creepy ways. They were awesome. Bad house juju is real. And then in the other backyard, they had pear trees and peach trees and all of these kind of squat fruit trees, but they were all back there. So I could see everything. And me and my dog would sit outside every single day. I've got this like little loop of hair that I've been noticing all night. Hey there. Hey, loop. Let's get you back in the family. And so me and my dog would sit out there every day. We'd spend about 3 to 4 hours a day writing and reading. And then I would go to work. And one of these days, I was sitting outside and I heard two children. The little boy had a friend over. And they were outside playing next to their... I don't know. I didn't get a dad vibe. I got like a stepdad or a yucky boyfriend vibe from the guy. The gentleman, whoever owned the truck, came like bounding out the door, slammed the door behind him, and was basically like, "You effing kids! I told you to stay the F away from my truck. What the F are you doing?" I'm trying to keep this PG, which is hard for me because I have a mouth like a sailor. Darn you, blah, 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 expletive. And it was just like this crazy, very intense energy. I could feel the terror of the kid from where I was sitting. And what was crazy was that before he came out, the birds were just like singing, and it was just this really beautiful, like joyous sound in all of the trees. And the moment he came out and slammed the door and started screaming at the kids, the birds did not take off, but they immediately became silent. And I remember just really paying attention, you know, because I was getting to know these birds in the backyards. They were like becoming my family, kind of, it felt like. So they immediately became silent. And then the dad or person got in his truck and sped off, like squealing tires, whole thing, drove out and left. And you could just feel the devastation in the wake of this kid's emotions and whatever's going on, you know? Super intense. So that's a good question. I'll tell you in a second. And so I'm sitting out there and I'm watching the birds. I can like feel the little boy grieving. There's just silence. And then the birds in the backyard where all the fruit trees were stay silent but don't move. And then the birds in the trees to the left of me all like just erupt in like this very crazy song. It wasn't the chaos. It was like, it felt orchestrated. It might have just been like my own personal narrative taking it over, but it was like this just intense moment for me. And I just felt like, in that moment, the way that my brain made sense of it was that the birds were filling that vacuum with joy and just trying to fill that space with song. And so that's the other bird story for this song. The song is called Muévete. You're allowed to dance if you want to. You're allowed to clap if you want to. I get rescued by birds in this song after the ground swallows me whole. My name is Cat Jones. You can buy my music at catjonesmusic.com. This one's also not recorded. But I'm looking forward to playing it for you. So here we go. Sunshine and the nuclear heat, I've almost disappeared, stuck in the light from the stick-used peach, and a whisper in my ear. I turn to find the source of this mysterious voice, where the fig tree branches sway. And then sighed, and then the headlong gave way, then the headlong gave way. But then, long down the line, but the day. The orchards above, as a flock gathered of their mind, the starlings lifted me out from the ground, in a desperate sign of relief, and I felt my body shook in the dirt and the soil, and in my belief, sky Das ist alles. Thank you so much, guys. To answer your question, Trevor, my hair is a whole thing and has been for my entire life. And Ashley, the person who is present, shaved a giant chunk off, and it's still a whole thing. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much, Dan. Thank you so much, Craig. I'm so glad you're here. I've been thinking about you a whole bunch. Oh, Johnny, Mal, you came through the whole thing. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you. Yes, it takes me, I brushed my hair today and it took about 45 minutes. I don't brush it every day because then I would want to die. But I do braid it in order to keep it from tangling, so I'm not a monster. But thank you so much for tonight, everybody. Thank you for being here. Again, this was like a really special time. I'm learning how to do all of this, so we're coming on this journey together. I think I'm starting to figure it out. Thank you, Roll J. I'm so glad you're here. Again, if you want to know about that remote arts installation I'm going to start doing, you can go to Cat Jones Music and sign up on my mailing list. You can follow me on Patreon if you want to. That is patreon.com, Cat Jones and the Prophets. I've got music available on all the things. And if you have a Twitch account and you would like to go to twitch.tv/CatJonesMusic and follow me, it would be of great assistance because I am working on getting my numbers high enough to start monetizing that page. And so I would be very, 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 very grateful to you if you had time to go and do that. But thank you so much. I appreciate all of you. So glad you're here. Happy birthday, Trevor, again. And I will see you guys next week. I'm going to start doing this at least 3 times a week. Again, if you want to hear any specific covers from me, shoot me a message and I'll start working on those. And we'll just move into this space together. But I'm trying to make this as performative and as meaningful as possible. And so, yeah, thank you so much for being here. And I'm going to stop rambling now. And I am going to post one thing to the chat and then go. I appreciate you guys again for being here. And I'm going to go rest my voice. Dink, dink, dink. And snuggle the foster dog I'm taking care of and then pass out. All right. Thank you guys. Good night.